Once upon a time, in a quaint little aquarium shop nestled in a bustling city, lived a fish named Finny. Finny was an extraordinary goldfish, not just because of his shimmering golden scales or his gracefully flowing fins, but because of his peculiar fascination with a world far beyond his tank. Finny had a secret. He loved video games, particularly Pokemon. Finny's obsession with Pokemon began when the shop owner, Mr. Finsley, set up a small television near the tank to keep the fish entertained. One day, Mr. Finsley's son, Tim, brought in his old Game Boy and started playing Pokemon Red while sitting by the aquarium. Finny was mesmerized by the vibrant colors, the lively music, and the incredible creatures battling on the screen. Every time Tim visited the shop and played his game, Finny would swim as close to the glass as possible, his eyes wide with wonder. Tim noticed Finny's interest and decided to share his love for Pokemon with the curious fish. He would describe the various Pokemon, their abilities, and the challenges of becoming a Pokemon master. Finny, though he couldn't speak, listened intently, his little fins flapping excitedly with every story. One evening, after closing time, Mr. Finsley noticed something peculiar. The Game Boy, which Tim had left in the shop, seemed to be in use. He saw Fin tapping against the glass in a rhythmic pattern. Intrigued, Mr. Finsley set up a simple contraption that allowed Finny to interact with the game by swimming through a series of tubes and triggering different sensors. Each tube corresponded to a specific button on the Game Boy. This invention allowed Finny to play Pokemon in his own unique way. Word of the gaming fish spread quickly. Customers flocked to the shop, not just to buy fish, but to witness Finny's gaming prowess. It wasn't long before Finny became a local celebrity. But for Finny, it wasn't about the fame. It was about the adventure, the thrill of catching new Pokemon, and the joy of exploring the vast world within the game. Finny's journey was anything but easy. Navigating the world of Pokemon as a fish required immense patience and determination. There were times when Finny would get stuck in a battle or struggle to solve a puzzle, but he never gave up. His persistence paid off, and he steadily progressed through the game, catching rare Pokemon, defeating gym leaders, and uncovering the mysteries of the Pokemon world. One fateful day, after months of dedication, Finny found himself facing the ultimate challenge, the Pokemon League. The air in the shop was thick with anticipation as customers gathered to watch Finny's final showdown. With a team of carefully trained Pokemon, Finny entered the Elite Four's chamber. Each battle was intense, pushing Finny and his Pokemon to their limits. Yet, with each victory, the crowd cheered louder, and Finny's confidence grew. Finally, the moment arrived. Finny stood before the Pokemon champion, ready for the final battle. The champion's Pokemon were formidable, but Finny's strategy and the bond he had formed with his team proved stronger. In a climactic finish, Finny's Pokemon delivered the final blow, securing victory. The aquarium erupted in applause. Finny had done it. He had become a Pokemon champion. Mr. Finsley and Tim celebrated by giving Finny a special feast of his favorite fish flakes, and a golden plaque was placed above his tank, proclaiming him the first ever Pokemon master fish. Finny's story spread far and wide, inspiring gamers and animal lovers alike. He showed the world that with passion, persistence, and a little bit of ingenuity, even a small goldfish could achieve great things. Finny continued to enjoy his adventures in various Pokemon games, always with the same excitement and determination that had made him a legend. And so, in his cozy aquarium, surrounded by adoring fans and fellow fish, Finny lived happily ever after, always ready for the next great adventure in the world of Pokemon.